So we're at Square's office in St. Louis today, and this is actually our fastest growing office worldwide. So we opened an office here about 3 years ago and started hiring, and the talent pool is just amazing in St. Louis. So we've just sort of doubled down on my hometown. You look at a company like Amazon, which is always stressing the value that it can bring to its customers. Part of that value comes from how you control costs and what qualities you can give. It's not just a question of cheap labor, it's a question of what can somebody afford to do? What sort of life can that person afford to have and still work at your company? And in St. Louis, literally, you can have a sub-6-figure salary and afford your own house, have great schools, you can have access to all the cultural amenities. That's not possible in San Francisco, it's not possible in New York, it's not possible in Boston anymore. And even the second-tier cities are not able to offer that lifestyle. I mean, Denver's priced out already. So if you want a workforce that's significant, then the question is, how are these guys going to live? And in St. Louis, I mean, I'm looking at a house right there. Anyone here could probably afford that house that's beautiful and right across the street. That's how accessible St. Louis is for the average working person. What St. Louis offered, which I've never seen anywhere else, is this culture of excellence in primary education, and not just the private schools, but the public schools are awesome. What I did notice when I left St. Louis was how sparse the educational opportunities are for average people. Now, I'm not talking about your elite schools. If you can afford, 6 figures to send your kid to school, great, have fun with that. But if you're talking about public education, St. Louis really has this spectacular array of options for people who just have a normal family and want to put their kids in school. I'm from St. Louis, I grew up here, and I have the option of living anywhere on the planet. I have a wife who would be happy to live overseas. And we chose to come back here because it's great. And I'd love to share that with the folks at Amazon.